Hi, I'm Father Joe. I don't know if you heard, but Father Reed and Jay are both in the Christmas spirit in a special way. So they decided to go out and do some Christmas caroling. They were going house to house, and they finally arrived at one house where a dear old man answered the door, and they began singing their Christmas carol, and they noticed a tear at the corner of his eye, and he was definitely choked up. And at that point, Father Reed asked him, are you having a beautiful Christmas memory at this point? And the man replied, no, I'm a musician. Let's get to this week's question. Yeah. All right. Dear Father Joe, I feel guilty about putting my mother in a nursing home. Am I failing to honor her by doing this? How do I make this decision? Well, God love you. This is a tough issue, I know. And let's begin with a great quote from St. Francis de Sales, where he says, "The desire for holiness is the beginning of holiness." If you look at your situation, your desire to love and honor your mother is a good sign. It's a sign that you do love and honor your mother. So how do you determine what to do in a situation like this? As is our custom, we're going to take a look at the Catechism. This is a quote from the Catechism, number 2208. Quote, "The family should live in such a way that its members learn to care and take responsibility for the young, the old, the sick, the handicapped, and the poor. There are many families who are at times incapable of providing this help. It devolves then on the other persons, other families, and in a subsidiary way, society itself to provide for their needs." So if we take that apart, we see a few steps here. First, that it is the duty of all of us to care for those who aren't able to care for ourselves. We put that in our hearts, and we understand that that reaches beyond just our families, that God is calling us to have an attitude, a way of being that speaks of love and respect for those who are in the most need of help. So we can ask ourselves different questions about our lives. When's the last time we visited a nursing home, whether we have someone there we love or not? When's the last time that we helped out at a soup kitchen? Or most important, perhaps, when's the last time we sent double-stuffed Oreo cookies to a priest who, say, appears on Catholic TV? All kidding aside, it's important that our lives are about serving and caring for others. When we do this, what we can count on is that when our time comes to place someone we love in care because we can't care for them ourselves, that already ingrained in our family and in our hearts is the idea that they won't be alone, that we will be there to care for them and to love them. And perhaps others will have seen our example and be visiting people in the nursing home. Once the decision is made to send someone we love to a nursing home, it becomes a part of our responsibility then to encourage our family and friends to visit them, pastor people all the time and say, hey, have you visited Grandma today? Have you visited your aunt today? Make sure that you're not just caring for the person you love, but that the whole family has expanded their idea of love to this person who's in such need. Let's remember, all of us have a call to pray for those who are alone, who are sick or alienated and in need of help. This is always the first and the best course of action. Thank you very much. Enjoy another day in God's presence.